I think this morning tumeangalia mambo ya TSC, vision, mission, core values, articles that assist us in the TSC or the section of the Constitution that guide the TSC. Is it? And we have seen also the Ministry of Education policy, and then we are still saying there are legal documents in TSC, their ministry. Make sure you are reading the Education Act, is it? Read Regular Education Act. They will be telling you several things on Ministry of Education, is it? You are supposed to know the structure of the Ministry of Education, right from the minister, is it? From the National Education Board, up to even the County Education Board, up to even POM in the school, is it? Those are some of you know, as you grow, at some stage we shall promote you. We shall promote you. So therefore, you should know the Ministry of Education properly. Are we together? So know the role of the Minister of Education, know the role of National Education Board, know the role of County Education Board, know the role of the Board of Management. Are we together? That is how the sector is brought up, is it? No, the other acts that have been brought, like the Kenyan, the other circles within the ministry. The Kenyan National Examination Council, there is the AICD? That is the AICD is what you put. Kenya Institute of Curriculum Development. You know why you can't put them, because some of you ask me. Curriculum development, give me the 5 stages. It's a 5 stages. Give me the role of Kenya National Examination Council. Is it? What is the role of what? You know, there are several departments within the ministry. Is it? Is that so? Are we together? You download. If I were you download the Education Act, you're supposed to be having yours at home. They are in website. So that at some time, there is no time that you say, I stay and read. You just have them there. Sometimes the energy is there to read some section. The same thing we tell you about the TSC. Are we together? Are we together? So to sincerely cover my stories, we are paying you so that you are what? You are broad-based as a teacher. And not a teacher, a Kenyan teacher. Are we together? So I want to usher in the other person who is going to tell us about standard. While we are teachers, we are supposed to maintain standard. What is standard? I know you will define what you mean by standard. I normally ask myself, standard. What is the correlation between standard and effectiveness and efficiency? Are they related? Effectiveness and efficiency? Is that standard? What is it? Those are what we shall ask ourselves after she's through. I don't want to hear what they want to say. So let me usher in our CSO, Madam Rachel. Let us give her a big clap. Another one?
Thank you so much, our director. Good morning, everyone. Together with Mr. Mushiki, we are taking through a topic on performance standards. And performance standards has got 4 areas. We have teaching standards, professional records, professional development, and teacher performance appraisal. I want to take you through the principles or the policies that guide us as teachers on performance standards. In performance standards, you find that you as a teacher, you are expected to comply with the performance standards which are stipulated in the following TSC policies. So we have these policies from the TSC that guide us as teachers on how to perform our duties, especially as it pertains to teaching. The first policy is the Teachers Service Commission Act, the TSC Act 2012. The TSC Act 2012, and we believe that the TSC Act 2012 is available in the institution where you come from, and we are requesting you to make sure that you get it, read it, and understand. The other document is the Code of Regulations for Teachers 2015. Code of Regulation for Teachers 2015. And the other document is Code of Conduct and Ethics for Teachers 2015. So we have these three documents: TSC Act 2012, Code of Regulations for Teachers 2015, Code of Conduct and Ethics for Teachers 2015. We also have other circulars. There are other circulars and other relevant documents that are released from time to time. Other than the three policy documents we have seen, from time to time we get circulars which guide you on what to do. And we believe all these policy documents are in institutions, and for you not to be ignorant, because ignorance is not defense. Kindly make sure you go through these documents so that you perform your duty as required. Now, I want to first of all give a definition of the term standard. What is a standard? What is a standard? A standard is an agreed way of doing something. A standard is an agreed way of doing something. And it could be when we are making a product, when we are managing a process, or when we are delivering services or supplies. And in our case as teachers, we deliver services. So there is an agreed way of how we as teachers are supposed to deliver our services. And that is why we are given standards of how to do it. When we talk of a standard covers wide range of activities that are done within an organization. Wide range of activities that are done within an organization. So you as a teacher, for you to be able to perform as per the expected standards, there are quite a number of activities that you are supposed to undertake to ensure that you and your clients are having your expectations met. As you are undertaking these activities, you have an expectation. Your clients or your customers also have their expectations. And our clients as teachers we have the runners, and we have all the stakeholders. They all have a lot of expectations from us. So when we are given a subject to teach, you have an expectation, your runners have an expectation, all the stakeholders, including the parents, have got expectations. Therefore, you are supposed to follow the agreed way of doing whatever you are supposed to do if it is teaching, to make sure that your expectations and the expectations of your clients are met. So there are a standard gives a wisdom of doing a particular thing to a particular issue. Or here we can say that when you talk about standard, this is a wisdom of a people of expertise in a particular subject matter. If you are a teacher of English, you know the wisdom of teaching English. If it is science, the same. So you are supposed to be able to understand exactly what you are supposed to do in a particular area, and also to follow the given guidelines. After giving a definition of what is a standard, I want to say that I want to look at, we have got various areas. I want to look at teaching standard. Now, teaching standard has got 3 areas, but I want to look at one area, the teaching process. The other 2 areas is the machine take you through as you look at TPT. I want to talk about teaching process. Teaching process is very key for us as teachers. And with me, I have got a document that to use when we check how you are taking your runners through a learning process. Let me call it a learning process because currently we are focusing on learning instead of teaching. So whenever you go to class, whenever you are preparing yourself to go to class, focus on will learning take place, not will I teach or will teaching take place. There is a difference between teaching and learning. You can teach the 40 or 35 minutes and learning fail to take place. So always let us put ourselves in planning for a learning lesson. So in the teaching and learning process, a teacher is supposed to prepare adequately, and we have got 5 areas that a teacher should be able to prepare adequately for a proper teaching and learning process. The first area is the teacher should be able to, we are assuming now the teacher has already done the preparation. I'll talk about the document the teacher is supposed to prepare. The teacher has already prepared the additional documents required, and from the documents required from the scheme of work, the teacher has been able to take the topic, the subtopic, the specific objectives, and now the teacher is going to class. So the thing the teacher is supposed to make sure that the teaching process is adequate, is prepare well for introduction and lesson organization. I will not go into details because somebody else will take us through that. In the introduction and lesson organization, we consider, did the teacher review the previous lesson? Did the teacher review the previous lesson? And did the teacher relate it to the current lesson? The previous lesson review and relationship to the current lesson. Did the teacher state the specific objectives? And these days we are saying we don't only want the objective, but also the key inquiry question. The other one is, did the teacher link the previous lesson with the current lesson? And generally, how was the lesson organization? That is lesson introduction and organization. The second area that a teacher is supposed to prepare adequately is content delivery. You are expected to prepare your content very well. And the first thing you're supposed to make sure you have done is have a good mastery of the content that you're going to teach. And also make sure that the content you have prepared is from the current syllabus or curriculum design. The other thing is, we also want to make sure that the teacher or make sure that in your lesson, your learners are asking questions. You are not the only one who is asking questions, and the work of the learners is to answer. Ensure your learners are asking questions not at the end of the lesson, but as the lesson progresses. Let the learners ask questions and also give correct answers. If you are not sure of an answer, it is not an offense for you to tell the learners. You shall give them the answer next time for you to go and research, other than giving a wrong answer. The other area in content delivery is a teacher must have teaching notes, a lesson plan. A teacher should be able to summarize the lesson by highlighting the key points, and the lesson must be covered within the stipulated time. So time management is key. Make sure that you go to class immediately the lesson begins. Plan your work very well. As you go to class well prepared, you'll be able to use your 40 minutes or your 35 or 30 minutes adequately. So the 30, 35 and 40 minutes must be used effectively. That is the area on content delivery. The third area is on teaching method or techniques. In teaching method or techniques, you ensure that you use the appropriate teaching methods. Any content that you're supposed to teach, you should use the appropriate teaching method. Teachers, we are mainly used to teaching through lecture, question and answer. There are so many other methods that you're supposed to use, like demonstrations, experiments, discussions, and also make sure that your learners are given an opportunity to present or to report back their findings. Another thing that you're supposed to observe in effective teaching is using teaching and learning aids. Make sure that even when the school is not able to provide the commercial ones, you're supposed to improvise. Every lesson should have some teaching learning aids. Then another area is use varied teaching methods. Use varied teaching methods. Don't use only one teaching method within a lesson, but use varied teaching methods to make sure that you capture all the learners during your lesson. You are also expected as a teacher to demonstrate innovation and creativity. Demonstrate innovation and creativity. And here, we expect you to use ICT. ICT should be part of your innovation and your creativity, plus other things that you are supposed to use. And finally, you are supposed to make sure that you stimulate your learners. Your class should not be so dull. Your learners should be stimulated. The fourth area is learner involvement and communication. Now, number 4 and number 3 are very much related. Number 3 is about the teaching method. Number 4 is the learner involvement. So if as a teacher you go to class and you want to take the platform, it means your learners will not be involved and they will not be communicating. If you choose to only use questions and answers as the only way of involving your learners will only answer the questions you ask them. But in this case, we want our learners to be fully involved in the lessons, and that part I will not go deeper into it because we have somebody who is coming with a method of teaching which is being used currently and should be able to elaborate much on that. I only want to mention that here we expect your learners to ask questions. We expect our learners to be given an opportunity to do observation, to discuss, to present, to experiment, to do field work, and to have discovery and innovation. Then the other part, or the last part, is about classroom management. As a teacher, you are supposed to ensure that the desks are arranged in a way that you'll be able to reach a learner in the class. Even when you want to give group work, it should be possible for the learners to pair or to come into groups as soon as possible. We also expect you as a teacher to move in class observing the students or the learners' work. You should not only sit in front there the way we are doing, you should be moving and checking whether the learners are doing something. Then we also expect the learners' books to be marked. Marking is not only in mathematics and languages, even science or any other subject. The learners' books, how they are writing notes, whether they are doing them correctly, the teacher should be marking the learners' books. The other area is no chorus answers. The teacher should encourage learners to answer questions individually. And finally, the cleanliness of the class. Even if you are not a class teacher, whenever you get into a class, ensure the class is clean. If there are papers or rubber, kindly ask the learners to correct those papers. That is what I have in a teaching process. The other area I want to talk about is about professional records and documents that a teacher should prepare. Now, we want you to know that it is mandatory for you as a teacher to prepare and update your professional documents. And once you have prepared them, you ensure they are endorsed by the head of institution or any other person the head of institution will delegate. Now, these are the professional documents we're supposed to maintain, and we are very sure that you have come across this document in your school. This document is there only to guide you on the document that you're supposed to prepare. And you should have it, prepare your document, mark for yourself what you have prepared. So by the time you are being checked by your appraisers whether you have prepared your document, already you have used the checklist to see whether your documents are ready. Now, the first document you're supposed to prepare is current personal timetable. You are supposed to prepare your current personal timetable from the Brock timetable. And anytime the Brock timetable has been changed, you make sure that you update your personal timetable. And this personal timetable must be endorsed by the head of the institution or any other person he may delegate to. Have a personal timetable, it must be updated and endorsed. The other document you're supposed to have is syllabus for your teaching subject. You must have a copy of the syllabus for your teaching subject. The volumes are supposed to be maintained by the school, but for you as a teacher, you are supposed to have copies of the subjects or learning areas that you're handling in your personal file. A personal copy, not a school copy, a personal copy. Either prepared by yourself or by the school. And it must also be endorsed. For it to be official, it must be endorsed. The other document you're supposed to have is approved schemes of work. Now, schemes of work are supposed to be prepared by the teacher personally from the curriculum designs or the syllabus. And here we are reminding you teachers that we don't expect you to have the commercial schemes of work. No commercial schemes of work. We allow you to typeset your schemes of work and update them, but don't buy the commercial schemes of work. And you'll always be able to tell whenever you have commercial schemes of work. They are not legal, we don't accept them. Then the other document is we are supposed to have updated lesson plans, update your lesson plans, and we have noted that whenever teachers make lesson plans, they don't put dates, so that when they see the officers have come, that is when you write the date. You write the date for that day and one for the other day. But unfortunately, we know how to check it and know whether it is the right one or not the right one. Some teachers have even been the teaching lessons they taught even 3 months ago, because that is the time the teacher prepared the last lesson plan. Kindly prepare your lesson plans, and you are supposed to, you have the responsibility to give your lesson plan book to the deputy head teacher once a week for it to be endorsed. You're also supposed to prepare lesson notes. Lesson notes must be prepared and updated. Let us avoid the yellow pages. A teacher prepare, maybe because you are not very old in the profession. You have seen teachers who have been in the profession for the last 10 years, and they are still using the notes they prepared. Sometimes we have even gone to schools and we have found teachers teaching some content that has been removed from the syllabus because the teacher does not update the schemes of work, and achukue ile alitengeneza 5 years ago, only copies, uses the same note. Kindly make sure you update your work. Always make sure you use the most recent curriculum design. The other document is record of work covered. Record of work covered must be updated regularly, and make sure that you have a remark, any topic or subtopic that you cover. Make sure you remark. Don't just put a tick, or don't just write this is the topic I taught. Remark there. Was it well taken, or do you need to do a teaching, or are there some learners whom you need to organize for individualized attention? Then the document number 7 is examination analysis for the national and internal exams. For both KCP and KCS, you as a teacher, you are supposed to have a personal file where you have that analysis, and then if you are teaching a candidate class, I write your subject and keep it in your file, both the national and the internal exams. The other one is that point number 8 is that we mentioned this one in the lesson. We expect you to mark your learners' work as frequent as possible. Then the other one is maintain a co-curricular activity record. For you as an individual, your individual co-curricular activity record, and let it be endorsed by either the games mistress, master, the deputy, or the head of institution. But mainly documents should be endorsed by the head of the institution. We also, as an individual teacher, expect you to maintain learners' record of conduct and behavior. All the learners you encounter, if you are a class teacher or if you teach a certain subject in a certain class, the learners who are indisciplined, you are required to have a record of those learners, the misconduct, the action you have taken. You are supposed to remark it there. If the teacher, you have referred the case to the deputy or the head teacher, right there. If the parent was involved, you also want you to indicate there, and the parent also sign in your document that the parent was involved. We also expect you as a teacher to keep your own record of guidance and counseling. Every teacher is a guidance and counseling master. We cannot only wait for one person in a school to be guiding the learners or to be helping learners with challenges. Have your record of the areas you want to guide maybe your class. You have a schedule of what you are going to guide them on. Guiding is showing them direction. Let us all be involved in showing our learners direction. They are looking at us to show them direction. So once you have your program, whatever you have done, record there. Now, counseling is when somebody has a challenge and you are helping the person to come out of it. So whenever you have issues that you are helping a learner come out of the challenge, also record there. So guidance and counseling, all of us are masters of guidance and counseling in our classes and in the school level at large. And we are supposed to document. The other area is we all belong to subject panels or departments. Whenever we have departmental or panel meetings, we are supposed to have the copies of the meetings that have been done. So you are supposed to have a file, your personal file, where you keep copies of the meetings of your subject panels or departmental meetings. The other area is that as a teacher, you are expected to maintain teacher performance appraisal records, manual, and evidence of online. Then you're also expected to have individualized education program for both extremes. We have learners who are very fast learners and others who are not as fast as others. Make sure that you take care of these learners. Have the list of their names and then are the areas that you are going to assist them. I don't want to go into details. We have Madam Olivia or SNE, she can explain further concerning IEPs. Then you are also expected to have a record of professional development activities. Professional development activities. I will talk about that one immediately after this. The other thing we're supposed to have is lesson observation record. Every teacher is supposed to be observed at least once in a term. At least once in a term. And once you have been observed, you are supposed to be given a copy. I have taken you through lesson observation schedule. After you are observed, you should be given a copy of this and keep it after you have seen the areas you are supposed to improve. We are also expecting teachers to do peer lesson observation. And because I have taken you through this document that you also use the same to observe your colleague teachers, we believe you are now experts. So every time make sure you are observed at least once and maintain a copy of that document. We also want to see record of community and stakeholders involvement. You have such activities which involve the stakeholders. Always have an evidence that you are involved in such activities. We also expect evidence of ICT integration in teaching and learning. You sometimes may download certain contents. Those can be evidences, photos, or such things. And we want to see teaching aids that you have prepared using the locally available materials. Those are the professional documents that as a teacher, and something I did not mention there is the class attendance register. As a teacher, make sure you update or you mark the class attendance register if you are a class teacher and always do the term summary below there. Then another document is also make sure you keep runners progress records. Runner progress record to be maintained and ensure that you have calculated the value addition. Is the runner improving or is the runner not improving? Make sure that you maintain such document. plus any other document that your institution may require you to prepare. I want now to talk about professional development. Professional development program is an ongoing learning process which aims to deepen your professional knowledge, subject content matter, skills, and competencies to improve learners' achievement. I believe all of us have gone through training for 2, 3, or 4 years. But I believe this training did not make you to know everything that you're supposed to do. And again, when you start teaching, you find that you may come across concepts that may be a bit challenging to you. So as a teacher, you are expected to continue updating yourself, to continue improving your knowledge, improving